Going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for children. You'll be told to take this protective brace position. But when seated facing rearwards in Club World, you must adopt this position. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen to retrieve your mask. All electronic devices are off and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing. Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or exits. It must be put under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and injure someone. Please ensure As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away, your seat is upright and your armrest is down. Please stow your individual video screen and footstool if you have them. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
That's a bit better. Now I actually have sound. Sorry about that. Mic audio was muted. Anyhow, you saw me setting up the sim there. I hadn't actually selected the aircraft before I came in. That's been rectified. Need to edit the current aircraft in FSN. We are a B77, technically a W, but that doesn't work for FSN properly. Now I actually have sound. And that's my own sound coming back to me. That's the delay, by the way. Cool. Airline is BAW. Aircraft type is L for land aircraft, because it can't land on water. It's not amphibious. 2, because it has 2 engines. And J, because it has jet engines and not propeller. Or a helicopter. Cool. So, aircraft weight is heavy. Aircraft resolution is high. We'll apply that. All good. And we're in. PFPX has finished doing its update. So, let's jump over to PFPX. So for PFPX, I want to start a new flight. BAW, for British Airways, SPEEDBIRD. Flight number is 925. And in the meantime, I'm actually just going to go mute on the flight sim. EGKK for Gatwick. KIAD for Dallas. Looking for the ones that start with the letter G. That's for a sec. Cool. STBH, that's us. So STBH has a profile that I've created in PFPX through the database manager. I'll just edit it to see what is in there. So it's obviously a Boeing 777-300ER with GE90 engines. It calculates weights in kilograms, lengths in meters, and altitudes in feet. Has a fuel capacity of 147 tonne. There's some biases and stuff. I haven't really touched them too much, although I put a climb bias of 101. In the equipment and codes, we've got pretty much standard, except we did need to change that to a letter L instead of a letter X. I've also added CPDLC, and I think that was all. Obviously, the cell code, Echo Quebec Delta Papa. We're in British Airways livery. TCAS equipped, and our call sign is SPEEDBIRD. On the ETOPS, we've got 240 minute ETOPS, 240, since it's a Boeing 777. That's all good. So we can have a maximum of 300 passengers on the particular livery type that we have. Let's have a look at what that is. British. There we are, CONT. So there's the actual layout of the aircraft. You can see these backward facing seats on the first and the World Club class. They're fairly unique to British Airways, I think. Club World. That's what it looks like. You've got forward-facing seats, and you've also got rearward-facing seats right next to them. It's a little bit of a strange setup. Not sure I like it, but whatever. British Airways do whatever they do. So I'm just going to go random payload, see what we get. Way too much cargo. fact, let's drop the cargo to a ton. Baggage is 330. I can carry more passengers than that though. Let's go to 285. A couple of infants, doesn't matter. Taxi out time is obviously not going to be 10 minutes because it's across the pond. Let's make it 30 minutes. And we're flying ICAO ops because it's across the pond and we're not an American jet. Contingency fill, 20 minutes. Holding time, 60 minutes. Did that again. Contingency time, not contingency fill. So it's an hour on the hold, possibly. And contingency plus 20 minutes. Probably be a bit more fuel in there as well. But I'm happy to leave that. 30 minutes on the taxi out. Make it 10 for the taxi in because it's going to be busy. And the route. So the route is actually coming from the Across the Pond website, which I need to log into to find. I'll do that on the other screen while we wait. But obviously when we complete the fueling, we're going to have destination alternates as well. And then there's going to be a 5% contingency on top of the 20-minute one that I put in there. Just going to my pilot area. Here we go. So the route is this one. They've actually sent that to us. It is via NatTrack Echo TMI 93. Flight level 340, which is plenty fine. In fact, we can take on more cargo. Let's do that. I can do 3 tons now. Do more than that. 5 tons. 5 tons of cargo. I just had to reduce the cargo weight to get up to flight level 360 at NAT entry, but they've actually changed it down to 340, which is nice. So that should work fine. So I've stuck in our flight plan. You can see KENET, UL9, DIKAS, UP4, EVRIN, LIMRI, and LIMRI is the entry of the NatTrack. And you go 52 north, 20 west, 51 north, 30 west, 48 north, 40 west, 45 north, 50 west, RAFIN. And that's the end of the NatTrack, or the NAT, North Atlantic Track. I'm saying NatTrack is saying North Atlantic Track. And Airway N84A, Brad, direct to Boston, direct to BAF, wherever that is, straight into the Hyper 6 arrival. Let's build that in. So down here we can see the aircraft leaving Gatwick, tracking across Wales, bottom end of Ireland near Cork, and then off into the Atlantic Ocean, entering at LIMRI, passing all the NatTrack waypoints on Echo. You can see Delta there just to the north and Foxtrot just to the south. This bit will be quite interesting because you can see the FIR boundaries. We just skip slightly into New York and then back into Gander. So I'm not sure they're going to handle that. They might just send us straight to Gander at RAFIN, or they might have some funny stuff happening on the frequencies, but we'll see. Also, obviously, Delta is coming down this way and Foxtrot's going up level, so there's a bit of a convergence zone happening there. Have to be alert, and we can get all the way up to 380 hopefully by then. Tracking across Moncton into Braddock, and then we enter the Boston FIR, and all the rest of this is in the United States. You can see Boston to Bravo Alpha Foxtrot. Then after that, we are tracking all the way down that arrival, which is huge and covers 2 states. Indeed. I'm just going to check our airways, because I remember GLYDE, GLYDE being there. I'm actually going to enter that waypoint in, because I like it. Going to rebuild that route. That's going to connect GLYDE with the V292 airway, which is a low airway, but still the same as a track direct to BAF. That's just a decision I made when I was looking at the flight plan earlier. So there's the actual airway route, and you can see the tracks apart from there. Let's go to the weather. Drop the airways. You can see the reason why these tracks don't want to go through this area here. Because of these 150 knot headwinds that are blasting away there. Now this is current. We want to see time in the future, probably about 19 or so. It becomes more of a direct headwind, but drops off in speed a little bit. Probably the worst section will be about here. We can see a direct headwind of 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 knots. That's just off 100 knots headwind at some points. This 110 knot is a little bit off center, so it should be alright. Now obviously if you're flying from Portugal over to Minneapolis over here, you probably want to be using the top nats, and then probably trying to avoid that headwind by going all the way over here and then dropping directly south. But we're not doing that today. We're going pretty much direct. Let's take a look at flight level 350, which is closer to where we are, and you can see it gets, that jet stream gets worse the higher you go. 150 knots easily. Drops off again at flight level 400, but we can't get that high anyway. Alright, back to the flight plan. We want to select a destination alternates. Now this is pretty funny, and I'll just turn this off for a little while. Zoom back in here. Because it's decided that DCA is appropriate for a Boeing 777. And DCA has a runway that's less than 2,000 meters long. So, no, let's not do that. This one is even worse, and this one is ridiculous. No, you don't want to go there. That one's also pretty bad. So it's chosen all the Washington area airports as an alternate, which is stupid. The one I want to go to is Richmond. It's got a nice 2,700 meter long runway. Just taking a look at the weather though, you've got rain, cloud, few at 1,100. That's not too bad actually. Going forward, it has overcast at 2,500. That's fine. 5 statute miles in the visibility, not too bad. And from 1,600, which is roughly when we're in the area, 6 statute miles visibility, 10 knot wind, overcast 2,500. That's fine. So KRIC. So I'll stick with that. If we need another one, Philadelphia's over here somewhere, and that's a pretty big airport. Yeah, there it is. So my primary diversion point will be Richmond, 46 nautical miles away, and Philadelphia would be the second option at 133 miles. Okay, I'm going to go over to the setup of the ETOPS. Obviously we want ETOPS 240. And the last airport that we pass is Kerry. Kerry has a 2,000 meter long runway, just one single one. Cork has a 2,133 meter runway. Let's check the weather. So Kerry has a few at 2,300. That's not bad at all. If you're at 1,500 going forward, so the cloud is dropping, but 1,500 is still fine on ILS. Cork over here with a longer runway, broken at 900 feet, so the weather's not quite as good, but it's still acceptable. Going forward, it has a few at 1,000, which is actually better, so it's improving conditions over there. Currently, a tempo of 4,000 meter visibility in rain. That cloud base still stands around 1,000 feet. 10 knots. I like Cork. Let's go to Cork. So EICK in Airport 1. And we need a collection point on the other side, probably somewhere around here. Near Rafton. What's this place? St. John's. St. John's is pretty popular for ETOPS diversion points. Ooh, a few at 300 feet. scattered 3000, density altitude 500, wind is 14 knots gusting 21, still inside limits. That said, in the future it turns into 20 knots gusting 35, so it's pushing it. Overcast at 500, that's crap. Statute miles 6 visibility. And a tempo of 500 feet, scattered, overcast 1,200. From 1,400, we're actually in the area around then. No, that's when we depart London. So what's the next one? From 0300. 6 statute miles, rain, broken at 3,000. So that cloud base is actually increasing. Let's see what Gander's doing. Gander's got, well, the wind's a lot nicer, 280 at 15, with a runway heading of 210 with a 3,000 metre long runway. I like that better. 20 statute miles of visibility, cloud view at 4,009, so again 9,400. And let's see what the tempo is, broken at 2,000. 12 to 14, that wind picks up to 25 knot gusts. From 2300 you get rain with broken, I like Gander better, CYQX. And there we go, there's our 2 rings. And we'll find an equal time point somewhere around there. Just about on the Gander crossover actually. Cool. So that works. We'll compute the flight. And let's go to the summary. So we want 77.527 pounds of fuel. That's 11 hours and 4 minutes of flight time. And if we have no delays, we'll arrive in Washington with 16.9 tonnes of fuel, which is enough to fly around for another 2 hours and 9 minutes. So that looks like a good plan. Let's release the flight. Going to export that into the AIRWAYS unit and send it to Vatsim. Over here on Vatsim, we have our flight plan page. SPEEDBIRD 925, heavy 77W-Lima, departing Gatwick at time. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put the time in. Let's go back to general. We want to depart at 14:45. Preview, help. Just trying to see what's happening here.
I'm Dr. Michio Kaku, a physicist and a futurist. I use science to predict the...
SPEEDBIRD 925, heavy, 77W. Interesting. Okay, stream's back, apparently. Let's see how that works. I'll just refresh my page again. Yeah. The reason that I have free high-speed internet data is because they broke the internet. So obviously that happened again just then. Cool. So now I can turn that off. Welcome back. I'm not sure I lost you, but we were about to send this flight plan through to Vatsim. Those are duplicates. Good. No, I don't need to replace that one. Let's use this one. Release flight. Yes. And send to Vatsim. Now last time I did that, this happened, and that's what tipped me off, that dropped the stream. Anyhow, now we need to come into the Vatsim flight plan page, which you have here. Flying SPEEDBIRD 925, Boeing 777 with the -L. EGKK. 14:45 is out of slot time. Cruising altitude 34,000 feet initially. Direct to KENET. Is it really direct to KENET? Is that what they gave us? It is. Cool. UL9 DIKAS, UP4 EVRIN LIMRI, with crossing LIMRI at Mach decimal 83. Flight level 340. Direct to 52 north, 20 west, and all the waypoints there. Direct to RAFIN. I'll take out the direct because that's getting to the United States side of things, so we don't need it. Step climb there to flight level 380. I'm going to take this one away because flight level 360 isn't really appropriate in the middle of the NAT. You're just not going to get that climb. Direct to Boston from Brad, and in the United States they don't use DCT. In Europe they do, but not in the US. So Boston, direct to GLYDE, and then VAR up to 6. That's all fine. I'll send that flight plan. Get rid of all of these things that aren't working. That's you guys. Hi. So that's set. It'll be in the system for 2 hours, which is good. One thing that I always forget to do, which I'm just about to do now, is start Active Sky. And now we're going to have a look at our fuel weights and stuff. So I need to load 198.824 in the sim. Just going to roll back a little bit in the seat. Set the camera position right about there. And I'm just going to check what's happening because this is a new livery that I haven't used before. I'm going to go PMDG setup, aircraft, and displays. Yeah, I thought so. So kilograms, speed axis and all that kind of thing is fine. Track is up, that's good. Range rings, we'll leave them on. That one's on. Cool. The traffic is filtered. That's all good. Equipment. Denied for that, that's good. Gross weight entry is allowed. Washout 12. Cruise is correct. That's correct. That's not. That's all fine. Bank angle minimums. Bank angle should be on. LG callouts are on. That's all good. Correct. 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 And I'll turn that on. Crew alertness monitor, I'll put it on. What the heck. Not sure if British actually use that, but it's fun. Cool. So that's all set. And we'll go to PMDG setup. Nope, it's the other one. FS actions. Payload. So we wanted a payload of 198.824. That's your fuel weight. And the fuel. Release fuel 77,400 effectively. Yeah, that'd be great. Cool. So that's that. There it is, Speedbird, Boeing 777. Just going to move back in the gate a little bit. Seem a bit too forward. Actually, I'll check where that line is. Is that gate big enough for us? I'm not sure. $58. Go 53. Just warp it in. Just on a whim. Nah, gotta go forward. Oh, great. So if you're asking how I picked the gate, it was just random. I had no plan. So we're going to connect the gate to the aircraft. And how long have we got? We've got 1 hour to takeoff time. That's probably about time to get into the airplane. BAW 925, that's set. And I'm getting ready to connect to the Vatsim network. While that happens, the computer will be a bit strange, so bear with us. Just getting my windows all in an order so I can have a look at what's happening over here. Yeah, somebody asked how I moved the aeroplane. I was using the slew mode. You just press the letter Y and then your joystick becomes, instead of turning banking, it becomes like the aeroplane just moves sideways and stuff. It's not a thing that real airplanes have, obviously. It's just a thing to place your airplane at the gate that you want it. Anyway, it's time to connect. Let's do that while I put my tie on. Catch you guys in a few minutes once the connection process is completed. And there we are. So I've spawned at the gate. And just by pure luck, there's nobody at the same gate that I'm at. How about that? Not only that, but we're right next to the cool little bridge flyover thing, which is always nice to see. Over there, of course, we've got the Vatsim FSN control panel. Just going to check our flight plan has come through. There it is. Beautiful. So the whole thing's there. And check the ATC window to see, well, everyone's online. 5 pages worth of controllers. Yeah. Cool stuff, eh? I'm going to check on this other one as well, because I haven't set up my, there we are, set up. So obviously we've got SELCAL on this type of flight. It's not going to be that code, it's going to be a different one. So let's check that pre-file plan again. SELCAL is EQDP. So I'm going to type in EQ, or E, roll down to Q. There it is. And DP. D for dollar. There it is. Let's kind of self-test that one. That's what EQDP sounds like. And throw that away again. Okay, that's a bit different. I was thinking, oh, it's a nice quiet airport. Not so much. Not so much at all. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, so I'm just going to go back to silent mode again, have a little think about what I need to do next. That's right, I need to look at charts and stuff, don't I? Just going to pull some charts open, UK charts and the American side I'll just have in standby. I think I'll just add a little bit extra stuff into our briefing. We have one out ETOPS, so if we have an engine out, ETP to Cork, so equal amount of time to get from a specific location halfway between Cork and Gander. And that distance is 981 nautical miles from Cork. Will take the same amount of time to fly because of the winds as flying 793 nautical miles to Gander. So equal time point is not right in the middle, it's kind of over here a bit closer to Gander. Those are obviously massive headwinds, as we saw before there. So we've got about 110 knots of headwind as we come through there. So obviously it'll be easy to turn around and go back the way you came. It'll take a shorter amount of time to go a longer amount of distance by taking the tailwind, which makes sense. So there's all of that stuff there. We'll keep that on standby. Just organise my charts on the other screen, since I have two screens today. So that's all fine. I just need to figure out which window I'm going to be using for the charts. I think it'll be this one. Obviously there's the seat map. British Airways, Seat Guru, just take a look at them. Always quite interesting to see what they have to say about certain seats. Obviously at the back here they have like, these are the crappy seats. Has a limited recline, the proximity to the lavatory and galley is bothersome. Up the top here it's like, here's a first class seat, but the proximity to the galley and the lavatory might be a bit of a problem. Up here we have extra leg room, however the proximity to the galley might be a problem. So it's cool because it's got extra leg room, but it's not cool because there's people milling around over here. All the way down to this is a standard rearward facing Club World seat. Nothing special about it at all. Down there we have, this seat has extra leg room. But the table is in the armrest, making the armrest unmovable and slightly reducing the seat width. Anyway, that's a pretty cool sight to see how many seats are in an aeroplane and what the configuration is. Probably not particularly relevant to actually flying on flight sim, but whatever. Anyway, we're going to jump on with the sound. We'll ask the stream. You can hear how the sound is now. Am I loud enough? Is the aeroplane loud enough? Any balance requirements from you guys? I'll just monitor the the comments for a little while. Obviously we've preloaded the weight and stuff in the aircraft, and now it's just about time to consider, I don't know, it's about now, what, less than an hour from pushback. We're on ground power. Let's open up the ADIU, arm the emergency lights. Don't need real hydraulics on yet. Going to open up the pre-flight check and test the oxygen. Oxygen on my side's pretty good. Pressure's okay on there. Jump seat's fine. I always love all the detail that they've put in here. Got the actual call sign and the cell-call code of the airplane right there. Those are all the licenses for the aircraft. Expiration dates. Look at that. Expiration date, 11th of December 2016. That's coming up quick. Insurance. Actual registration. And the certificate of sanitary construction, which means that the toilet is working. A couple other things over there as well. So observer briefing. I'm assuming that you guys are all observers, so evacuation route, obviously we have a door just behind you that opens up and you can see door left and right. There is also a openable window right next to us here. To open that window you'd pull this chain right there and the window would swing back. And just above you there's a handhold and you'll find some footholds and pitot probes just below the window if you do need to jump out without going through the main door. Oxygen mask is located right there. We've checked that and it is working fine. Seat belts you can see just behind you there. There's 2 shoulder straps and there's 2 lap straps that connect together with a 4-point harness. We're using the cockpit speakers today, but headset is an option. And the plugs are right there. And when we're below 10,000 feet, essential conversation only. And if you do see traffic that I didn't see, let me know about it. There'll be lots of traffic. Cool. Let's go down here. We've got GPS position. Let's set that up. Obviously we're at EGKK. Setting up the route. EGKK. And we're going to KIAD. Going to send that route request through. And we'll get that through the ACAS. Just wait for that. Over to the pre-flight check. We have oxygen tested 100%. Just waiting on the flight instruments. Route uplink is ready. I'm just checking that, yeah, that's working fine. Lots of clouds around, so that's good. So going to look at the route. We're going to load that up. That's loading now. EGKK KIAD 01. Once it completes loading, we'll check through them. So KENET, UL9, DIKAS, UP4, EVRIN, direct to LIMRI, through the NAT track to RAFIN, N84A to Brad, Boston, GLYDE, and BAF. That is all correct. Back to page 1, just going to cancel that for a second. Flight call sign, VACC SPEEDBIRD 925. Activate that one. check out the performance initialization. 0 fuel weight as per the briefing, 198.8. Fuel 77.4. We can accept that. Wind data through the legs page, route data. We'll load that up now. And the wind is set. I'm looking for descent forecast as well. Loading that up now. Transition level for the descent is indeed flight level 180. Okay, takeoff reference, flaps 15. Center Mach trim is 27.4. Coming down here, checking the winds. At which point we probably want to take a look at that ATIS, wherever that is. Did they neglect to put an ATIS on? Surely not. Maybe they named it London. I'll take a look at the chart. It should be there. So here's the charts page. Got to make it smaller. Got to make it tiny. Got to make it useful. Got to pin it and stick it over there. London Gatwick. Area charts useful. Parking and docking. What frequency am I looking for? Oh, the frequencies page. There it is. ATIS is 136525. Hoping this connects. Interesting. It's come up with a text status, but not a voice one. It's a Zulu ATIS. Ah, it's a fake ATIS. Alright, so they don't have an ATIS on board. Fair enough. Let's go and have a listen to the other one over at London. Heathrow 12807. Cool. Last I know, the wind's 180. Pretty much south. Cool. How much time do we have? Not too long. Let's get our passengers starting to go on. Wrong. I went deboarding instead of boarding. Just going to grab our meta. 150 at 7. That's what I've been looking for. That's fine. And the reference OAT will make it 45 today. And we'll be looking at that later. So you can look at that now. We know what the runway is. You can see all the aeroplanes lining up for it. 26 left. 26 left is selected. Cool. It's resetting position. Going to go down here for the doors. FS actions, doors, disarm, door left, and open the cargoes. And we can do the flight instruments check. Flight instruments heading. Heading 349 on both sides. Compass looks about 3. Yeah, it's about there. 350. Altimeter set 1012. Instruments check, pre-flight complete. Flight deck door is closed and locked. Seatbelt signs going on. Just need to open the front door to trigger the PPXing, GSX. Unless they've got something in the back. Yeah, they do. Silly. There it goes. Cool, cool. It's almost time to talk to delivery. 12195. Yeah, someone just spawned on top. Hopefully they move. Gate 53. Ah, they've logged off. Very nice. They're probably moving over to the other gate.
Delivery version 999 version 9964, ground tower to our destination. Ground on number 1 destination, version 999. So thank you for that. Version 925, good afternoon. This is Washington, Canada, for departure, block 7635. It was attendant 1 extra. 95 correct. Correct again on the phone time 1445. Expect push at time 1440.
Requesting Alpha clearance to Washington.
Thanks for telling me. Apparently the audio dropped out. We've already done a talk to our clearance. So our clearance is a departure from KENET, runway 26 left. I'll shut down those. KENET 26 left, there it is. We have a score code which is 7635. is set. Don't know what that's all about. Coding tables, don't want that. That one. It's more like it. Cool. So I don't want that one with all of the stuff. That's what this one is the correct runway. KENET 1 X-ray. Let's get that into the system. KENET 1 X-ray. Or was it 2 mic? It is 2 mic. Cool. Probably need that other one again. Yep. Two mic. There it is. Execute. Let's check a look at the takeoff page. Yeah, there we are. V1 of 152. Climb out safety speed of 165. So they've given us a pushback time of 40. We're still a good half hour away from that one. See what's happening outside. Still plenty. Cool. Since we've got most of our passengers on, it's probably a good time to put the APU on so we can get some air conditioning going. APU start. IFE seat passengers on. So looking through the waypoints, check that thrust as well. Reference OAT is 45. Thrust limit won't be derating much, just using the selected outside temperature. Takeoff speed's deleted, 100 and 1, so that looks good. Reduces the safety speed down to 164 by derating slightly more. Cool. Next page. So KENET 2 mic, straight ahead, tracking 259 to intercept the Midlands or Midhurst VOR. Radial 064 to the VOR. See that. The initial climb to 710 feet, then intercepting Midhurst. All the way to Midhurst, and we cross Midhurst at 4,000. Above 3,000, but below 4,000. So, drops in at 4,000 feet, stays there until we get a clearance. All the way to KENET, in fact. It's leaving Midhurst on that radial, and a right turn to intercept GWC VOR to KENET. See that through there. So we're taking off, going in this direction. There's a minimum safety altitude of 2,000. Maximum altitude of 4,000. Crossing Midhurst at 4,000. Then intercepting that track out to KENET, maintaining 4,000 all the way up. Down here, SIDs have noise routings, gradient of 4% to 3,000. London control is our first contact. Do not climb above SIDS levels until constructed by ATC, which means we're at 4,000 feet all the way to KENET unless they tell us not to be. Maximum speed 250 knots below 10. 26 right and 26 left are identical. Obviously 26 left is a duty runway and 26 right is a standby in case 26 left is closed. Restricted to traffic with destinations, blah. Crew show request ATC clearance by conventional SID. No, we don't need to. We can do RNAVs. So, we're at RNAV. See how the boarding process is going. Looks like it's pretty much almost there. Close the back door. Closing the cargo doors. How's that APU going? APU is on primary power. Very nice. Let's go into packs. Packs are automatic. We have some air conditioning. Just gonna chat to Kevin. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. My name is Trent Hopkinson. Joining me on today's flight is YouTube livestream. We'll be taking you from here in Gatwick, out London, all the way over to Washington DC in the United States, and landing at after approximately flight time of 8 hours and 15 minutes. I say to hope you enjoy the flight with us today, and I say you settle in and prepare for departure. We'll be departing this gate in approximately 20 minutes. Thank you. Just the middle door left. That's hilarious. Wonder how we're going to get out. I guess we'll start wondering about that in about, what, 10 minutes? I'm wondering if I've forgotten anything. Probably not. Let's run the rest of the checklist. MCP set, V2. Heading should be 259. Initial climb is 4,000. MCP set. Takeoff speeds. Using flap 15, we have 152, 147, 164. 164 is set. Takeoff speed set. CDU pre-flight. All the wind's already set. And we'll worry about equal time points once we get airborne. CDU pre-flight is complete. Trim. So we'll check what we need for the trim. It's 4.5, which is pretty much what I've got. Trim is currently 4.5. Trim is already set. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Alright, let's do a thorough one. Got the time. Cool. So the taxi, we're up here next to the gate. Might call that gate number 53. Pushing back onto taxiway Lima, just short of the air bridge. That's taxiway Lima. I'd expect that we'll get to taxi down Papa, possibly in November. And from November we'd probably enter taxiway either Juliet or Zulu and down onto Mike. Hopefully we'll be entering at Mike. Runway itself, runway 26 left, is 3,316 metres. Plenty of room here. We've got an assumed temperature of 46, brings us up to 100% N1. Actually 99.7 as it happens. Okay, up to 100 knots, we're good for a standard abort. Between 100 knots and the V1, we're a high speed abort. V1 is 152. After 152, we are in the high speed regime. Committed for the takeoff. The weather, META shows wind 150 at 7 knots, cav OK. Which means all the cloud that you see there is all above 12,000 feet. And we don't really need to worry about it. Assuming that anything goes wrong, we'll continue to fly the RNAV profile and up to 4,000 feet. After that we can deal with any engine shutdowns or checklists, but not before we get to 4,000. If we do have a problem that we need to come back to Gatwick for, we'll consider our landing weight. Obviously there will be a maximum. Hi Air France. And if the emergency is big enough we can come straight back, otherwise we'll go offshore a little bit and dump some fuel before we come back on. Assuming everything goes direct, it'll be on LNAV and VNAV all the way up. Let's set that now. Flight directors are on. And LNAV and VNAV is armed. flight director is in takeoff mode. Someone's just asked where I'm getting my charts. Obviously it's EAD online. It's the NATS homepage. So NATS UK.EAD-it.com. That's the NATS actual website from the UK, provided to us for free. Thank you, Great Britain. Cool. I think that's all set and briefed. Probably don't need to brief that again. And from the gate we're doing a pushback, nose to the right, tail to the left. Time is 3-0. Might be a good time to start looking at what's happening with the ground frequency. 121.8. That is now set. Just chuck them in. Cool stuff. Let's get that front door closed. And taxi and takeoff briefing is complete. Set. Gonna chuck in the window heat. That's all set.
996.
And everybody on the chat there, just give me another check of that level. Am I loud enough and is ATC loud enough? Not that they're talking right now. Let's go back to delivery, they're busy over there. So there's ATC, or another pilot.
Delivery regular.
And here's me talking over the top of them. Hopefully you can hear me clearly and hear them okay. Good, getting lots of goods over there, so that's nice to hear. This is the first time I've actually used open broadcasting software, OBS. Well, second actually, but first time. My audio wasn't great. That's okay now. Alright, I'm going to start chatting to ATC about gate 53. We don't have a notice, so that's fine.
13 seconds.
There's that Air France that popped up on top of me. Over there now. Obviously got different scenery because he's cracked his nose into the terminal otherwise. Someone's wanting ATC a little louder. Cool, we can do that. Done.
2158.
It's a little louder.
Slot time is 14:38. Push up time 14:32. Speedbird 2158. Pull you back.
Gatwick ground, Speedbird 925, gate 35, with a takeoff time of 46.
925, thank you for calling up.
95, thanks. Alright, we'll put our request in and he'll call us when he can get us pushback. Alright, it's probably time to turn off or unplug all the ground equipment to get that sorted.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, taxi, taxi, left of Juliet, west, left again on Sierra, and taxi 73.
Okay, the air conditioning has been removed. We're on packs. Primary power
left Sierra,
is set.
taxi down to 173.
Left Juliet, left Sierra, and 173.
And jetway power is removed. The trucks are off. Doors set. Currently the doors are still disarmed and we do still have the gate attached to door left 2.
Sorry, last position calling for pushback, say again, call sign?
Monarch 2453, we're ready for start.
Monarch 2453, I'll call you back.
Monarch 2453, say again.
I'll call you back, sir.
Okay. Please very good for France 92.
Sorry, last station again, call sign only.
Electron Virgin 96964, is it possible to have a taxi and mini bus, anything possible to the active runway, sir?
Sorry, who was that speaking? Say your call sign clearly, please.
Virgin 96964.
9964, yes sir. The best I can do for you is if you want to turn left onto, then right on Quebec, and I can keep you on Quebec 1 for about 10 minutes if that's what you want.
Roger, right onto, left onto Lima, right onto Cuba, on Old Cuba.
It is 82 kilo X-ray contact, sorry, one of the tower 1242. Flying for 2, Gatwick ground.
Ground speed at Lima, stand 512H1011, request push to start.
To the Lima, push to start, approved to face west.
Approved face west, to the Lima. I'm going to 215, please, stand 1095, I'll push back time 1432, 777, push to start.
2158, I was about to call you, push to start, approved to face east.
Push to start, approved to face east, 2158.
2925, push to start, approved to face east.
Monarch 2453.
Yeah, all stations, when I tell you I'm going to call you back, I'm definitely going to call you back. Just stand by. SPEEDBIRD 2716. Over ground, SPEEDBIRD. Over ground, SPEEDBIRd 72, refuel, request taxi to runway 26 left. The model 2453, push and start approved, stay sound. Running at the ground SPEEDBIRd 72, refuel, request taxi.
Don't know how that keeps happening. I'll need to do something about that. Obviously, my microphone keeps dropping out.
Ground, do you want us to remain here?
Okay, no, that's 345, I haven't told you, sir. Very great.
Okay, hydraulic setting.
What's now 12422? What power 142? What makes it wrong?
Hydraulic set. I think I know what's happening there, but I'll need a little bit of time to fix that. Fuel quantity, we have some in the centre. Centre tanks are set. That's hilarious.
272, hold position. SPEEDBIRd 72, hold position immediately, while quarter supply.
Cool. Computer's working hard to put all those textures in. There we go. Drop to less than a gig of memory left.
SPEEDBIRd 72, abide by instructions immediately.
Okay, we'll start the engines. Starting on the right first.
Ready to taxi.
SPEEDBIRd 925.
215, thank you. Taxi, hold plate, Papa 1 fly, Kilo on Papa. Papa 1 by Kilo, Papa 215.
SPEEDBIRd 2712, request taxi.
2712 taxi, Papa 1 initially, hold to a Kilo.
Papa 1 initially, hold Kilo, 2712, heavy.
Waiting for that. RTO is set. Maybe move slightly back on the seat.
SPEEDBIRd alien, stand by.
Good start on the right. Start left.
Follow the company, follow the company.
Enter is rising. Fuel control set to run.
712, one position, looking way to your company, 777 crossing left to right. Sorry, from right to left.
Acknowledge holding for traffic right to left. It's SPEEDBIRd 3712.
Seatbelt signs are on. And just a question from Ali Kazmedi, am I using FSX or P3D? Answer is FSX. Qantas over there, Jumbo. Thank you. Okay, two very good engine starts. Let's go with the checklist. Checklist anti-ice not required. Recall. Recall. Recall checked. Clear of bottom, so the TCAS. Flight controls. Don't need the camera. Whoops. Flight controls. Okay then.
Yeah, we're ground Air Canada 345. We had a traffic just pass through us. Yeah, 345, I'm on supervisor. Alright, 245 we're ready to start
All good.
approach. Sorry, last station stop by, please. Trying to deal with an aircraft stop.
Flight controls, set. Ground equipment is obviously clear. Let's check to the left. Ground equipment is not yet clear. Set flaps. Flap 15.
Alright, let's cross runway right. We located at Echo 1.
Actually, remember, it's on the left on 26 right, left on the Juliet, left again on Romeo, and then right on 6 standard 136.
Just checking out. Someone asking, does NGX work with FSX team? Yes, it does.
Yeah, the ground 127 cross Germany and now he's holding on Melbourne cross from Pakistan.
AP going off.
Pakistan 370, he's not going to the CONT, he's going to supervise him.
Alright.
We just need to go from here all the way down to there. We'll see what happens.
Yes, it's on 128.
FMS message, dropping the speeds. Yep. Speeds reset. Just going to keep my throttle number 2 out of the gate, otherwise it goes into reverse. Ground Speedbird 925. EVRIN Papa. We're clear.
Right. 158, continue on out here, hold short out to 2. After here, I'll repeat with you about it.
Bang brakes off. Rudder control is fine. Takeoff check complete. Ground Speedbird 925 is ready for taxi Lima cross Papa.
925, hold short Papa 1 right now.
Fly Papa, hold short Papa 1, Speedbird 925. Papa 1. Ah, there it is. So clear down to Papa 1, holding short to Papa 1.
Right, and 2 Lima November, just confirm now left onto Romeo right. Okay.
Talk to the, once we make this turn actually.
Thank you. July 58, 1242. 142,
It's going to be tough. We have to overshoot just enough to get our nose rail onto the centre line once we turn through. It's possibly a little too early. We'll see.
Requesting time for clear minutes.
Delta 1234, please contact delivery 121.9. Station calling, second call, sir.
Someone landing. That looks great.
Yeah, France time to stand by.
Claw back some frames per second by closing the taxi cam. And that's just call the cabin. Cabin crew, arm doors, cross check.
Let's do it anyway. Our company just said it's clear in front of us. You want us to go to Apple? Any front, sir. All stations now stand by. Control the change.
It's popping up flaps, not to actually use it, just to see a frame rate. Now I've dropped into reverse again.
Alright, we are unable to investigate 132 because of planes like that.
And there goes my slot time. Just for all those that are interested, we should have been taking off now. Instead, what we actually do have is 90,000 planes in front of us.
Ground, shooting, 144, ready for
This calling out ground call sign over.
Just do that 8-1.
126.82.
Good afternoon, pushing the south, approved by DIKAS 1011.
Approved, 80, east, and 2x1011. And we are good to contact ready for taxi.
12453, immediately across the whole platform.
Email from the whole platform, 2453. Good evening,
Next 9027, Mike. 03, taxi division at Hospital, behind the general cargo vehicle.
It's good, it's for the platform,
Ready to hand in anything for you to follow the FedEx and the whole shop after we get there. Hello.
Okay, thank you for waiting. I continue using that also on behalf of the Virgin 916.
See if I can load up a screenshot onto Facebook. Fortunately, it spawned on the correct screen, so you guys don't need to see it at all.
Good, train 7, push down, unit 1011.
Speed square.
Too late, not quite, don't have to screen comes over, but you can take straight ahead, all left Romeo, and that down, 9541. And 3, 4, 5, you have to get out for that level down to 3. Okay, and 3, 4, 5, you have to get out for that level down to 3.
Take the Alpha and short Alpha to 6
Jim from the Chicago, so Christian, 450, taxi area, Juliet, Alpha, November, hold on, for 3.
Let's just jump over on VACC. Tastic.
Reference 92, the bottom.
So you're going to taxi call sign up.
Reference 92.
Reference 92, Roger, taxi the Lima, Kilo Alpha, Kilo.
Got just short of Papa 1. He's actually on Papa 1. We're behind him.
92.
And kind of 3, 4, 5, 5, to Gatwick Tower, 1, 2, 4, decimal, 2, 5, right? And kind of 3, 4, 5, 5, to Gatwick Tower, 1, 2, 4, decimal, 2, 5, right?
Or 1, 2, 4, decimal, 2, 2, 5.
Trade, let's get back to the show.
Don't know why that didn't bring it up, but anyway, there we go.
And give a kind of for correction box, so if you're not the one to get with tower frequency, 1, 2, 4, decimal, 2, 2.
Not showing any traffic at all. It is the old school. Servento still works. Of course you can. That's what we're looking at. That's pretty cool.
Straight, someone taxi straight ahead on Liverpool.
Straight ahead, on the hospital.
Someone's asking how quick my free internet day is going. Let's see how that goes. Ping's a bit crap right now. Download's not too bad.
Student 387, taxi Juliet, hold Sean November. Steven 387 straight ahead to left, hold short November.
Steven 387,
Ground today, the Dolphin System Charge Division 1 to request the feedback.
So 6 minutes, very good afternoon, very question, 011.
Yep. Uploaded only 2202. It's not great. But it's better than one I normally have by about a factor of 100.
Ground, anyway, please push something. Did you cut off 901? Good, 183.
Ground, those 124 requesting pushing down.
Those 134 reporting down, please.
That's 173.
Delta 134, running break 183, pushing down through the base west, QNH 1011. Keep our group base west, QNH 1011. Very zero, hold on, good day for that. Delta 134, pushing down through base west, QNH 1011.
QNH 1011, pushing down through base west.
Be nice to get some movement here. Should have attacked it out with one engine. Anyway, I did give us 30 minutes of taxi time.
Steven 3 for the whole position, I have no idea.
Got about 10 minutes of that left.
I'm going to straight for a cafe. Speedbird training coming up the ground. Speedbird training coming just acknowledged
Lol.
taking everyone now on intersection pathway hold behind it with the British Airways 777. Next 903 taxi being Hamza Alpha Sierra, hold out to the 2.
And the FedEx 822 on Alpha, would you like me to south?
Yeah, we'll take it straight there, thank you very much. We are minding to get a towel once we've got additional duty time overhead.
Thank you, FedEx 822.
Just for the situation, we've got obviously how many planes is that in front of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 airplanes in front of us, maybe 10. And they can only put one departure out once every between 2 and 3 minutes. So there's a single runway, 2 minutes plus 10, 20 minutes. They're going to be at least 20 minutes, possibly up to 30 minutes from now, before we get airborne.
Delta 123 from London, taxi Juliet, Sierra, Juliet, hold short backward.
Yep, definitely 10 aircraft in front of us, maybe 9. Someone's on Juliet, short of Papa. Where's that? Ah, there. That dude, the Virgin. There he is.
Station got tactic all sign up.
It's probably worth giving the passengers a call. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking from the flight deck. Obviously we haven't moved very much in the last 10 minutes or so. There is a bit of a hold up with traffic, as Gatwick is a single runway airport. It is in fact the busiest single runway airport in the world. And we are about 10th in departure. Now because it is a single runway airport, they can only put one airplane out every 2 minutes. That's due to wake turbulence separation, so that planes don't bunch up too close together and catch each other's wake turbulence. So at this stage, one every 2 minutes. We've got about 10 in front of us. I'd imagine it's about a 20-minute wait. Thanks for your patience. We'll be on our way as soon as we can. Thanks for flying with British Airways.
Charlie Monitor Captain Tower 12425, right?
Fox Tower 126 Charlie, thank you, bye-bye.
So can we push back on the you were at Lima now, we haven't pushed to the west. I don't have anything like GSTBH or anything, so can we just access me to DC for speed? Civil 1 extra firm, can you make a right turn or a left turn? I don't know why you're doing that. We can make a left turn, let's do 1 extra. I do want to trade Roger, tactics city, Biennial, Juliet, Hotel, so that's for 1. I believe in Juliet, number 1, when it makes it. It's 92579, you can go on the yards, so there's looking nice again in the British Airways, it will have from.
Okay, with that, moving forward a touch, British Airways, SPEEDBIRD 925.
I'm 2453, you can say please look up 9 for the British Airways, table 7 in front.
Large transmission for Pakistan 370.
Pakistan 370 and your transmission break on 2453, just move forward slightly to pick up nicely behind the British Airways, triple 7 on plus.
Monarch 2453, stay good.
Monarch 2453, move forward slightly so you're picking up nicely behind the British Airways, triple 7.
Okay, we'll both also base that behind the 777 Monarch 2453.
Pakistan 370, I think Gatwick Tower 12425, right?
Over to Gatwick Tower 12425, transmission 0 today.
Gatwick Tower on CPAT 93, requesting taxi Tower 265.
Spirit 93, Roger, tactic Biennial, Lima. Oh, it's in November.
By Lima, Kilo Alpha, Kilo 1 hold short, and Kilo 093, thank you.
Station Gatwick broadcast any aircraft north of holding point Papa 1 November, an estimated delay 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's nicer than 20.
Gatwick ground, Mayday, pilot hold.
Station calling Gatwick ground, Roger, appropriate on a basic every frequency.
Getting some technical support happening over in the chat there with Melon Gaming helping one of our members out. As a British Airways Speedbird Airbus A380 clobbers the runway 26 left. Actually, it hasn't clobbered it at all. It's floated halfway down the runway. At some point, you'll have to stop. Close to random memory. How much do I have? 500 megabytes.
We're doing 183 hold position. Holding position, see with 183. We're doing 81, you can enter back to rear captain and hold Papa 1 behind the British Airways 747.
After Vincent Papa hold Papa 1 behind the front of front away.
Tempting to shut down an engine, but then we just need to start it up again.
903 Gatwick ground.
I'll have to avoid external views for a little while. Get some of that fast back.
903 Gatwick ground. 903 keep on please. If you can get past the German Tango 777 on Papa Alpha Sierra to hold down for the 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's all about. Someone hasn't put their livery in correctly. So that defaults to that 737, the no livery no livery A330. Most of the other airplanes it defaults to a plain white one, but this one's not painted at all.
Station code, I call final. 093 Roger, hold position. Ready 99, stop, go taxi right, Alpha Alpha Sierra, hold on position.
Wait, Papa, I'll get a hold of it to 996. Gatwick ground, Delta 1234, holding number 61.
Delta 123, Gatwick ground, hold position.
1234, holding position.
Right.
Delta 123, go taxi right, Papa Alpha.
There's our 30 minutes. We've used all the fuel for the taxi. We're starting to reach into our holding fuel now, which is that 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, there's another 20 minutes of contingency
Station calling out the ground, hold 9 on.
10 minutes on the ground at other end.
Bulgarian chapter 149 minus.
29 minutes of the 5%, and after that, we're at minimum fuel. Time is 10.
Pushback started close to facing west, QH 1011. Bulgarian chapter 149.
All station, Gatwick broadcast, all aircraft holding short, but head north of Papa 1 of November. I am aware you are there, you'll be getting there very shortly. We're just clearing the backlog, the Alpha November Alpha Sierra intersection, so if aircraft needs to change the direction of taxi rate, they can do it without having an incursion.
That's fine.
Delta 123 for Gatwick, taxi right Papa Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 6.
He said we'll start moving in about 10 minutes, so let's do it. Shutting down right engine. Let's make sure that we've got air is ready. Yep. Let's do it. When we get to move up to where he is, holding short of Papa 1, I'll turn the engine back on. Here's our fuel planning. You can see the trip. Trip time is 8 hours and 14 minutes in the air. There's a 5% contingency based requirement there, so that obviously it's an 8 hour 14 minute flight, but it could be 5% longer than that. So they build in 29%. You're not meant to actually use that fuel. Then there's the alternate fuel.
I cannot hear you. I just speak over it. Seems to be you are speaking to me. Don't speak to me like a piece of crap.
So I have alternate Richmond, which is a 20-minute flight from where we're going to Richmond. Final reserve, which is a minimum requirement. You can't actually land without that, even at your alternate. So you need to have 3.0 tonnes of fuel, 30 minutes of flying time when you land, wherever that might be. And basically, if you land with less fuel than that, you're going to be talking to investigators, because that's an incident. Okay, the holding fuel is what we've put on, a full 60 minutes. It'll take a full hour to burn through that. And so that's obviously for any reason that we need to hold, including sitting right here on the ground. Contingency fuel, that's an extra 20 minutes that most airlines actually use. That's on top of the 5%. So that's an extra 20 minutes, and that's free fuel. You can use that. So anyway, we've used all of our taxi fuel, and we're starting to burn into that contingency now. Might just chuck on the APU. APU uses a little bit more fuel. 1010, set.
Delta 123 for
what's the message?
Delta 123 for this guy, but also the Alpha 2, we're on Terry, we're on 3, never mind, that's continuing.
Yeah, the reason I'm turning on the APU is it just makes the engine start that little bit easier.
Chapley 101,
Need the status. There we are, status page is set. You can see the APU running up. If I knew that we'd had this much delay, more than 30 minutes, I would have started both engines at the start. Then we would have had an extra
Gatwick 101.
15 minutes.
Juliet November, Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
Now their bus is moving. I reckon he'll be moving next, and then him, and then us. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means that we're number 7 for takeoff now.
Left Delta Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
Straight Papa, left Delta Sierra, Alpha 2, Juliet 7. Roger, good afternoon, BC 393, Zulu, Camera 6, Yellow, Left, calling from the road.
Station calling out, EC 373 Zulu.
Safer.
Let's move it up.
EC 373, yeah, we found very better. Taxi left, Romeo, right, Kilo, San 135.
Romeo, Kilo, San 125,
straight ahead, Papa Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2. Straight ahead, Papa Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2. It is 925, Captain Ground.
SPEEDBIRD 925.
925, straight ahead, Papa Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
Papa Alpha Sierra and hold Alpha 2, SPEEDBIRD 925. Alpha 2 is there. Papa Alpha Sierra, Alpha 2, gotcha. It's pretty much, yeah, where the other guy's going. Follow the other SPEEDBIRD. I'm holding on Alpha 2. When we are number 3 for takeoff, we'll start that other engine back up. Single engine taxi. This needs a little bit of constant pressure to the left because I'm using the left engine only.
Contact straight ahead, Papa left Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
Yeah, right.
Bulgarian Chapter 149, straight ahead out 1 meters, take a left 93 straight ahead off the line, hold line 1.
Okay, then the line and the code on the line. Getting Chapter 149.
Relate 6 on get ground hold position. Relate 6 on ground hold position.
Hold position, relate.
Parking brake set. AP is running.
Dimitri, Gatwick ground, minus Gatwick Tower 12425, you were handed up 5 minutes ago. To the 093, get the ground tank straight ahead of them, out of the error, hold on to the 2.
Reckon we're number 5 for takeoff now.
Where is water? Canada 99, Christian Air China 99, 1 Roger Taxi November, hold November 1. November 1, there's November 1. 093, you expedite taxi, so you don't get some of aircraft behind you. Yes, sir, that's It's an 84 full British Airways, Boeing 747 via Papa and Sierra, hold on for 2.
It's interesting, just by turning in this direction, I've actually clawed back about 100 megabytes of VAS. Must be something behind me that's eating it all up. Oh wait, never mind, it's gone back down.
There is 183, there's a single sentence, so not all the top of the 3. With the light negative, that 777 is moving now. Second straight ahead of Lapa 1. Up on 1, start working. Coming out, stand by, call you actually. Break, correction, Bulgarian Charter 1499 and wanting to get Tower 124.
Yeah, it's one thing we need to do. Crossfeeds are in.
Getting Tower 124, 122, Bulgarian Charter 149.
925, wanting to get Tower 124, 225, right?
Not too far, sorry. Say it again if I can see.
95, 124, 225.
124, this 1225, Speedbird 925.
80, convoy to Gatwick, 124, 225, right?
124, 225, but it's not coming.
183, when it comes to the whole
124, 225, and the departure frequency was 126.82.
So we're achieving at 9 and 964 traffic in front has disappeared in next by Alpha 1 minus and way to next left.
Someone just mentioned they need to add shared cockpit to the 777. I absolutely agree. Needs to be intimate to the airplane. Can't have these third-party things. I want to be able to type in everything here. For instance, if I just wanted to select 270 Gavgo, just add some random stuff in here, and both pilots would see that one come in, that one not come in. Dash 8 Q400 does its shared cockpit perfectly fine without any lag at all. I didn't forget to run the number 2 engine. I've deliberately shut it down because we're at number 87 for departure an hour ago.
Radio check.
Tower SPEEDBIRD 925 for just checking in. Alpha 2.
SPEEDBIRD 925, hello. You'll be number 3 departure.
Copy number 3 for departure, SPEEDBIRD 925. Let's start that engine. Right engine set to start. Let's go to engine. Into is rising. Fuel control set to run. Sting the cabin. Cabin crew, aircraft is number 3 for departure. Please take your seats for takeoff. Alright, he's moving forward. We can disconnect the parking brake. My face speeds have died again. V-speed set 151 and 164. Let's check that weather radar out. Stop here.
SPEEDBIRD 925, you with me?
SPEEDBIRD 925.
Wind shear ahead. Wind shear
SPEEDBIRD 925, hello, follow up for Alpha 1.
Up on Alpha 1, SPEEDBIRD 925. Damn it. Just keep on tapping that reverse range on my number 2 throttle. So have to be a little more careful on that one. I'd also feel bad if a sim crashed on takeoff. I'd also feel bad if it crashed anywhere apart from after landing. Nice Delta MD-11, MD-80, I mean. Wonder what that's doing there.
SPEEDBIRd 295 behind a landing company A319 via Alpha 1, license plate 26 left behind.
I was checking that was for 925.
SPEEDBIRd 925 behind a landing company A319 on short final license plate 26 left behind.
Upon the inbound A319, runway 26 left, line up and wait behind. SPEEDBIRd 9025.
SPEEDBIRd 18, can you hear me, sir?
Someone selected the wrong airplane type. That's a Yankee, Yankee, Yankee.
Bulgarian 1499, are you with me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, APU shutdown. Let's get on. Strobes are on. Landing lights are on.
Sorry, can you repeat last inspection?
Cabin is ready.
SPEEDBIRd 925, runway 26 left, take off between 15037 knots.
26 left. Clear for takeoff. SPEEDBIRd 925 heavy. We're cleared.
Bulgaria 159 line of way on the runway, left behind.
Looking for 55. There she is.
Line of behind
Takeoff thrust. Toga. Airspeed alive. Takeoff thrust set. 80 knots.
County 101, please pull up, hold down to 1.
Positive rate, gear up. VNAV speed, LNAV.
EG 590 on Juliet, Gatwick, good afternoon. Continue approach 165.
Speed select, VNAV path.
Bulgaria 1499 on runway C6 left, please, please, between 15337 knots.
Flat 5.
Vehicle takeoff, Bulgarian left, Bulgarian chapter 149.
Flap 1.
In your approach, just make sure when I don't speak as a normal way.
Hold up, Vatsim.
I don't know, it's, I've been Aviva 29, stand by.
Flaps up.
Speedbird 95, contact under control 134, decimal 130, goodbye.
Go to 134.12, Speedbird 925.
It's
4,000 feet.
964, turn left, 35.
Left heading 3, defining 0, vision 999.
That's 154, contact direction 67885.
126.825, full center 151, very much right.
Speedbird 925 at 4,000.
Hello, I just flight level 130.
Squawk and ident, flight level 130, Speedbird 925. Level 130 set.
Control, we're getting chapters, 149, airborne, outlook 1005.
VNAV set.
Going to be 1499, control, support, and flight line, flight 0.
Here's some of the aeroplanes that are in the area at the moment. Just a few. Every one of those call signs is somebody flying a Vatsim.
Flight level 8, 0, 3964, report heading from London 129 decimal 45.
Report heading to 12945. 11 trouble, ED 74 activity, 114140. ED 74 Romeo Victor, hello, level 47 flight, level 90. This is flight level 90, ED 74 Romeo Victor. Either Concord 1 flight, flight level 130. 30.
Some people asking where the weather radar test is. It's right there, next to the gain button. Make sure it's that one there, not this one here. That's your button right there. Let's get out of Great Britain, eh?
Bulgarian 1499 flight now, flight level 170. Flight level 170, getting chapter, number 9 and 2 flight turn right heading 320.
Heading 320 degrees, speed at 925. 320, set.
You got a fly rate heading 320 degrees. 320 degrees, good heading.
That's on the go.
You got Concord 1, turn right 290 degrees.
That wasn't so much lag as the screen stopped. Okay, landing lights go off, taxi lights off.
Even a Lima report your heading to London 129 and level 425.
Passenger signs are off. Checklist. After takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, flaps are up, checklist complete.
There is just 560 from turn right, heading 300 degrees. Flying flight level 100. Limit 300, flight level 100, Bulgarian Charter 149, contact London 129, level 45. Hard 129, the English Concord 1, deployed heading to London 126, decimal 075. 75 is speed of the 1. Bird 1 on the ground, it's to the city. We're cleared to Shannon CONT of 1 hotel, 09, traffic 3000, Cork 4447. Fever 01 is clear to Shannon, Data Constant 1 hotel, clear to South, 1 EC 74 Romeo Victor, directed at 126 and 125. 56 to flight 25, EC 74 Romeo Victor. Unit 1, all correct components, score to 444 74447. 444 7.
On yeah.
Code 1 is 1267075, doesn't it? I think. That's well, yeah, that's correct. The looks like it's facing in, but it's starting to move forward.
And SPEEDBIRD 925, might have missed a call, we had some Ethernet lag.
Sorry, let's do the 925.
925, yeah.
Okay, across those anyway. Oh, no, we do a 925, we'll have it as 126.075.
126.075, SPEEDBIRd 925.
London Control, good evening, EG553, would you descend in 300 to AIRWAYS to Stockholm?
London Control, SPEEDBIRd 925 at flight level 130, heading 320.
975, hello. Heading flight level 320.
Glide flight level 320 on heading 320, SPEEDBIRd 925.
London Control, good afternoon, EG553, 300.
I'm on a 5-4, 232. I'm still happy for the we're down to 1,500 on the 4-5 correctly established 4 2 No, 124.5.
Speaking of flight levels, checked. Okay, we're having some problems with the stream. Hopefully the recording's going okay, but the stream itself just doesn't have enough data to get through. Going to do another speed test because it's obviously dropped somehow. Heading 275, speedbird 925. 2, 3, 4, 5, set. Move slightly in the chair, slightly sideways, slightly backwards.
Just returning final northern visual plate for the airline.
Good to see the stream is back at about 2 frames a second. So it's obviously just not quite keeping up to what they said they would be. I wonder if they want to send us down to DIKAS. That'd be great. LIMRI's over there. Speedbird 925, just didn't quite hear the last. Remember, the download speed doesn't matter for the stream, it's the upload that we need. It needs to be up 20. It's better if it's above 40, but 20 is fine. Barely. Barely above 20. Yeah, 23 is not too bad. It'd be better than if it was like double that speed. That'd be about right. There we go, 24 upload. It's not the best.
For you. Will descend, be landing 09 Bristol, descend flight level 9, 0. Descend 90, using 5.3. And descend 459 at flight level 310. Descend 459 at flight level 310. Charlie 3 Romeo, turn left downwind to report downwind, please. Yes, perhaps for the we have catalyst spray, which will turn downwind now. Speedbird 1, redirected to Burley, flight level 280. Speedbird 925, flight level. Speedbird 925, redirect EVRIN. India 560, flight level 320, route direct to Amber.
EVRIN direct, LNAV set. Speedbird 925, flight level 330. Speedbird 2, descend flight level 140.
140, Speedbird 2, and if there is a chance to do and GLYDE do a bit of
Speedbird 2, is that runway?
Yeah, the runway in Heathrow, sector and those types. If possible, we would appreciate it. I went through that.
Yeah, you were to request us. You can contact, you can make that request with the next controller who will be able to arrange that. TV32 Romeo, your number 1, report final 09.
Final 09, number 1, just TV32. When can I get OCM?
This has 459er. What is your position, please?
What?
What is your position? Yes. Look at the 459, disregard. Yeah. Okay, so the 459, you leave my SOH very shortly. When you're with the next sector, you'll coordinate and ocean clearance on your behalf.
Alright.
Descend 488 down, go to Shannon on 124.65, choose. Unit 4, contact London 134.125, GLYDE. EG19 Delta Whiskey, runway 09, clear takeoff, service wind is 1 degrees 11. Lufthansa 459, contact Shannon at 124.65, choose.
Speed by Concord 4, just to reassure what's the frequency change for us?
Yeah, FM 134.25.
134, 125, speed by Concord 4.
Lufthansa 439, contact Shannon at 124.6, goodbye. ED553, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, Bristol QNH 1008.
3003 on 1008, using flight Gatwick.
Lufthansa 76, contact Shannon at 124.65, goodbye.
Flying from Shannon, 14650,
There's the current traffic situation.
Question Chelsea, 232, line on 09, visual approach.
232 Romeo, roger, continue approach to runway 09, when this one aircraft in the roll. Henry 628 Whiskey, contact Shannon 135.6, goodbye.
Picking your people down 6-way.
628 Whiskey, contact Shannon 135.6.
Going to Shannon on 135.6, get service.
Jersey 232 Romeo, runway 09, clear to land, service wind 140 degrees, takeoff.
Land with runway 09, just to
ED553, flying 120 degrees, when establishing the localizer, descend on the flight path.
Roger, 520 and descend with the flight path, with the flight stroke, EG553.
EG19 Delta Whiskey, identified flight now, flight level 18.
951 computer, EG19 Delta Whiskey.
Lufthansa Cargo 9 at 37, Washington, please.
Say again?
Yeah, I asked you to say again.
Right on. Oceanic and the kind
Lufthansa Cargo 937, flight level 370, the next control will organize your clearance.
alright, coming 3000.
Air Canada 861.
Heading 290, climbing for level 1.
Okay, 8617, left heading 280, climb level 300.
Climb level 300, and can you say again for the heading?
280 degrees.
280 degrees.
A couple of returns down there on the weather radar.
Flight level 30 for flight level 25 of 0,
Guess what?
1012, just confirm you're reaching now to waypoint X4.
Guess what? I'll just wait for the stream to catch up to that. And
again, 1012.
there we go.
SPEEDBIRD 1012, where are you going?
And that was Across the Pond, 2016. Didn't quite make it to Ireland.
It's SPEEDBIRD 925, contact Shannon 124.65.
124.65, yeah. Yep. Bye-bye. I'm not sure what we'll do here. We might drop the stream. I wasn't really saving those yet. I wasn't expecting the crash to happen until about midway through the Atlantic. So, yeah. Bye-bye.